everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got some Milwaukee Braves 1961 baseball. It's July 15th, and the Braves are in St. Louis to take on the Cardinals. And the starting lineup for your Milwaukee Braves is starting, leading off, playing center field, Mac Jones. Batting second, playing second is going to be Frank Boland. Batting third, playing third is Eddie Matthews. Batting fourth, playing right field is Hank Aaron. Batting fifth, playing left field is Frank Thomas. Batting sixth, playing first base is Joe Adcock. Batting seventh and doing the catching is Joe Torre. Batting eighth, playing shortstop is Roy McMillan. And batting ninth, doing the pitching for the Milwaukee Braves is Lou Burdette. And for the hometown St. Louis Cardinals, we got leading off, playing second, Bob Lillis. Batting second, playing center field is Don Tuskey. Batting third, playing first base is Bill White. Batting fourth, playing third base is Ken Boyer. Batting fifth, playing left field is Stan Musial. Batting sixth, playing right field is Joe Cunningham. Batting seventh, doing the catching is Carl Sawatsky. And batting eighth, playing shortstop is Jerry Butchett, and on the mound doing the pitching for the St. Louis Cardinals is Ray Sadecki. And let's get down to the field here, folks, and get this game started. And here's the pitch to Mr. Jones. Jones is hitting a $143 early here on for him. He gets a hold of this one, though, folks. Starts the game off right. That's going to be a base hit into left field for Jones. Standing down at first. That'll bring up Frank Boland with nobody out, and Jones down at first. And on the first pitch, Jones is taking off for second, folks. Can he make it down there? Yes, he can, underneath the tag. And an 0-1 count now on Frank Boland, with Jones down at second on the stolen base when the runner in scoring position. And that's going to be a fly ball in the left field, and that's going to be deep enough to get Jones over to third. And just like that, with one out, got the big boys up with a runner in scoring position. Here's Eddie Matthews. Can he drive Jones in and get the Braves off to a 1-0 lead? And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field, and that should be deep enough to score. And it is. Jones comes home on the sacrifice fly. Just like that, it's 1-0 Braves. Brings up Hank Aaron now with nobody on and 2 outs. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. So the Braves score 1. We go to the bottom of the first. Braves 1, Cardinals 2 up here, folks. What happened there? Something went wrong. We got to go back here. We didn't score the run. I just noticed that. So go back to Eddie Matthews. He gets a sacrifice fly here, folks, in the right field. So we'll go back here, do the sacrifice fly, and then Hank can fly out the center field. There we go. Now Hank flies out the center, and we make it to the bottom of the first. Lillis, Tuskey, and White due up here for the Cardinals. Here's the pitch to Bob, and that's going to be a ground ball down to Eddie Matthews. He fires over to Joe Adcock on 1 out. And here comes Don. He's batting .347 on the year, off to a darn good start here, folks, and he's going to keep it up. He squares this one off of Lou Burdette, And he drives that ball into the gap off the wall in right field. He's standing down there at second with a double. And only one out here. Here comes Bill White now for the Cardinals. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. Not deep enough. Jones gets the ball in. Don will stay put at second with 2 outs now. And here's Ken Boyer up now. Runner in scoring position, but with 2 outs. And that ball's hit down to McMillan down at short. He fires over to first. And the Cardinals strand 1. We get to the top of the second. Braves 1, Cardinals nothing. We got Thomas, Adcock, and Torrey due up here for the Braves. Here's the pitch to Frank. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Boyer. He's got that. Throws over to White for out number 1. And how about Joe Adcock now? And that's going to be a ball hit down the short. And that ball is thrown into the stands, folks. That's going to be a 2-base error. And just like that, Joe Adcock's in scoring position on the E6. Brings up Joe Torre now with a runner in scoring position. Can the Braves cash in on this? And that's going to be strike 1 on Joe. Adcock didn't get a jump there. He's going to let him steal. That's going to be a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Joe Torres goes down on strikes. Brings up McMillan now. Will take a 2-out base hit to score Adcock. And that's going to be popped up to shoot. No, it's not, because Sadecki has a W, and that's going to be a base on balls. And that's going to bring up Lou Burdette. Lou Burdette, if you've been watching this replay, has been doing well at the plate this year, folks. He's hitting .327 with 3 home runs, so he is no easy out. Let's see if he can help his own cause here. And that's a fly ball in the left field. Stan the man's got it. The Braves will strand 2. We go to the bottom of the second. It's still a 1-run game. We got Stan the man due up. Cunningham and MILWAUKEE due up here. Stan the man usual. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. Mac the Knife's got it. 1 out. Here's Mr. Joe Cunningham now. And that's going to be a fly ball in the left field. And Frank Thomas is over there throwing the left field. He catches it. Quick 2 outs. And here's MILWAUKEE. Let's see what Carl can do here. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Strike 3. And the Cardinals go down 1, 2, 3 in the second. We get to the third. We got the top of the order due up here for the Bravos. Jones, Bolin, and Matthews. Jones got on a single and scored in the first inning. Let's see if he can repeat this. And that's going to be a ground. That's going to be a swing and a miss by Mac the Knife. 1 out. Brings up Frank Bolin now. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field for out number 2. See if Matthews can get on here, folks, and extend this inning for the Braves. And he flies out the center field. So that's a 1, 2, 3 inning for the Braves. We go to the bottom of the third. Milwaukee Braves 1, St. Louis Cardinals nothing. Butchett, Sadecki, and Lillis due up here for the Cardinals, the bottom part of the lineup. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. They strike Jerry out. 1 out. And here comes Ray. See if he can help his own cause. And he does, folks. He drives that ball in the right field, pulls it down there. Aaron gets over, cuts it off, holds him to a single. But like we like to say on this channel, we don't need no stinking DH. Nice piece of hitting by Ray. Brings up Bob Lillis. He's 0 for 1, grounded out to third his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball in the left field. Frank Thomas has got that for out number 2. And that brings up Don. See what he can do here. He's 1 for 1 with that double in the first. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. No, that's not a swing and a miss. That's a pop-up. In the infield, McMillan calls for it and makes the out. So the Cardinals strand the pitcher. And we go to the top of the fourth, still hanging on to a 1-run lead, the Braves are. We got Aaron, Thomas, and Adcock due up. Here's the pitch to Henry. And that's going to be a swing and a miss to right 3. Hank goes down on strikes. Brings up Frank Thomas now. Frank's 0 for 1, grounded out to third his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to second. And Bob's got it. He fires over the Bill White. 1-2 go to Braves so far. Can Joe Adcock get on base here, folks? Joe's 0 for 1. He reached on an error his first time up. And that ball is hit down the third. Ken Boyer's up with it. Fires across the diamond. And the Braves go down in order. Make it to the bottom of the fourth. Still a 1-run game. We got White, Boyer, and Stan the Man due up here for the Cardinals. And here's the pitch to Bill White. That's a fly ball in the center field. Jones is out there, takes a few steps in, makes the catch, out number 1. Here's Ken Boyer now. He's 0 for 1, grounded out to short his first time up. And that's a ground ball down the first. And Joe will take it himself, touches the bag. A quick 2 outs for the Cardinals. Brings up the man. See what he can do here. He's 0 for 1. He flew out to Jones his first time up. That ball is hit down to Frank Bolin at second, and that's an easy inning for Lou Burdette. We go to the top of the fifth. 1-0 Braves. Torrey, McMillan, and Burdette due up here for the Braves. Here's the pitch to Joe. Joe struck out his first time up, and he's going to fly out to center field this time, folks. So 1 out here in the fifth. Brings up McMillan now. And Mac walked his first time up. And that's going to be a pop-up on the infield. And that's hit down the short. And that's an easy play for Jerry. And that's 2 quick outs. Here comes Mr. Lou Burdette. Lou flew out the left field his first time. Let's see if he can get a base hit here, folks. That's a swing and a miss to right 3. Down goes Lou. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Cunningham, Sawaski, and Butchke up for the Cardinals. Here's Joe. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. So they get the lead runner aboard here, folks, in the fifth. And the Braves hoping to turn 2 with Carl up. And that ball is a fly ball in the right field. Aaron's over there near the line. Makes the catch. 1 out. See if they can get Jerry to hit into a ground ball here and double him up. And that's a Cunningham's off with the pitch. And down goes the throw. Cunningham is thrown out. He gets up arguing and carrying on. And the umpire has just kicked that out of the game. Joe out of the game, folks. So we're going to need a new right fielder for the Cardinals at the end of this inning. So now there's 2 outs. And it's an 0-1 count on Jerry. And that's a pop up on the infield. Well, that's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. So now we got to get a new right fielder in here for the Cardinals since Cunningham got ejected. We're arguing the out call down at second. And we're going to bring in Kurt Flood, I think, is going to come in and play right. Well, Kurt never played right. So looks like it's going to be Charlie James is going to come in and play right field. Let's see here. I'm going to can Don move over to right? See if he played right field any. Yeah, Don can come over and play right. That's what we'll do. We'll bring Flood in, the 6 hole. And he can play center. And Don can play right field. All righty. And we got the top of the order due up here in the 6th for the Braves. Jones, Bolin, and Matthews. See if they can get some insurance runs here for Lou Burdette. And here's the pitch to Mac the Knife. And that's going to be a pop up in the infield. And Jerry calls for it down at short, makes the catch, 1 out. And here's Frank Bolin, folks. Frank's 0 for 2. He's flown out the right field and center. And he's going to hit that ball on the ground down the second. Bob's up with it, throws over to White. 2 quick outs here in the 6th. Brings up Eddie. Eddie's 0 for 1 with that sacrifice fly. And that ball is back. That ball is gone, folks. Home run. Eddie Matthews over the right field fence. And just like that, the Braves extend the lead, double it up. They are up 2-0 now. And here comes the hammer. Let's see if they can go back to back, Jack. And that ball is hit on the ground down the second. Bob's got it. That'll end the inning, but not until the Braves score 1 on the Matthews home run and take a 2-0 lead. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. We got the bottom part of the order due up here, folks. Butchke, Sadecki, and Lillis due up here in the 6th. Here's the pitch to Jerry. He's 1 for 1. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. We're going to let Ray hit. He's already got a base hit today, folks. No, he doesn't. He's 0 for 2. What did I do? I messed up there. That was, go back here. That was Sandusky that was up. Go back here. Messed that up. Sorry about that, folks. Ray let off the inning. And we'll still let him hit. And that was a fly ball in the left field. So he flies out the left. And that brings up Lillis now. And that's going to be a pop up in the infield. Matthews calls for it. Makes the catch. 2 up and 2 down here for the Cardinals. And Tusky up now. He's 1 for 2 with that double. And that's going to be a base on balls. No, I'm sorry, it's not. He's got the double Z, so that's just 2 balls, no strikes on Don. And he grounds that ball down the third. Matthew fires over to Adcock. 1, 2, 3, go to Cardinals. We go to the 7th inning. It's a 2-0 game. Thomas, Adcock, and Torrey due up here. Here's the pitch to Frank. And that ball is well hit, folks. That ball is back off the top of the wall. And look at that. Frank standing down at second with a double to right field. Thought that ball was going just off the top of the wall near the foul pole. So nobody out, and Joe Adcock's up now. Can he drive in Frank Thomas? And that's going to be a fly ball in the left field. And I think with Frank's speed, he's going to hold there. He ain't tagging up. So 1 out now. Here comes Joe Torre up. See what he can do here. It's going to be a ground ball down the third. And Frank's going to have to hold as Boyer looks him back. So now it's 2 outs and a runner down at second. And McMillan come up with a big 2-out base hit here and give the Braves a 3-0 lead. And that's a no, because that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. McMillan goes down. We go to the 7th inning stretch, folks. We got White, Boyer, and Musial due up here for the Cardinals in the 7th. Bill's 0 for 2, hitting .254 on the year. And that's going to be a ball hit back to the mound. Burdett's up with it, and he fires that ball into the ozone layer, folks. And that's going to be a 2-base error. Bill White's going to be down at second with nobody out. Not what you wanted here in the 7th inning. Give the Cardinals life. Let's see here. We want him down at second, not at third. Brings up Ken Boyer now with White down at second. Here's the pitch to Boyer. He's 0 for 2. He's hitting .333 on the year, folks. And he gets a hold of this one, and all of a sudden Lou's having trouble here in the 7th inning. And that's going to be a single in the left. And White's going to score. Just like that, the Cardinals cut this lead in half. So that'll bring up Stan the man. Still nobody out. Boyer down at first. And here comes the first pitch to Stan. And Ken Boyer's taking off. And he makes it down to second. Stolen base. Now there's still nobody out. And you got a runner in scoring position for Stan the man with an 0-1 count. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. And all of a sudden, folks, this game is tied up. And still nobody out. They go out to talk to Lou. He was cruising. And all of a sudden in the 7th inning, it's just come to a halt. He's due to lead off. And like I say, Lou's not a bad hitter either. This is Floyd's first time up since Cunningham got ejected. Nobody out, and Musial down at first. And that's going to be a single in the center field. And all of a sudden, Lou can't get a soul out, folks. And now it's first and second, sure. Looking to turn 2 here with Carl up. This will probably be Lou's last batter, one way or the other, maybe. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Everybody's going to advance. They only play for Matthews is over to first. 1 out finally. That'll draw the infield in for the Braves. Don't want to give up the lead run here. Here's the pitch to Jerry. And that's a big strikeout swing and a miss. Strike 3. Now there's 2 outs. Braves can play back. They'll have a pitch hitter here for Sadecki. He's going to come out to pitch hit here. guess Red's going to come out here and switch hitting bat from the left. See what he can do here with 2 outs and runners on second and third. Game tied up now. There's Red. All righty, here's the pitch from Lou. This will be his. And that's going to be a ground ball, I think, back to the mound. Yes, it is. Lou's got it. He'll fire over to first to end the inning. But the Cardinals scored 2 and tie this game up, folks. We'll need a new pitcher for the Cardinals. He'll be facing a pitch hitter for Burdette, and then Jones and Bolin. Here's the Cardinals going to bring in here. And they're going to bring in Bob Miller's going to come in here to pitch, folks. So Miller comes in to pitch. And he's going to pitch hit here for Lou. I think Lee May's going to come out and pitch hit. There's Lee. So we're going to have May, Jones, and Bolin due up here in the 8th. Can the Braves get the lead right back, folks? And that is going to be a pop-up on the infield. And Boyer's got it for out number 1. That brings up Jones. Now with 1 out, nobody on. Jones is 1 for 3 with a stolen base. And that's going to be popped up on the infield also. And again, Boyer calls for it. They're just getting under the ball, folks. If they square it up, they're in good shape, but they can't quite get it. Just enough movement. Miller's pitching pretty darn good here in the 8th. That brings up Frank Bolin. He's 0 for 3. Flew out the right field, center field, and grounded out to second. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. And that ball is deep. That ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is gone, gone, gone. Frank Bolin with a home run to right field. After I just started bragging up Miller, put the announcer's jinx on him. The Braves take a 3-2 lead here, folks. Here comes Eddie Matthews. He homered his last time up. Let's see if he can go back to back. Nope, he gets under that one. And again, Boyer makes all 3 putouts. But in between that was the home run by Frank Bolin, folks. And Big Don's going to come in here, try to get a 2-inning save. He'll be facing the top of the order here for the Cardinals in the bottom of the 8th. Got Lillis, Tusky, and White due up here. Here's the pitch to Bob. And that is going to be a fly ground ball down the third. No, sorry, a pop-up down the third. And just like that, Matthews got that for out number 1. Here comes Don. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 up and 2 down for the Cardinals here in the 8th. Here comes Bill White. And that's going to be another pop-up on the infield. And again, Matthews calls for it. The Cardinals go down 1, 2, 3 here in the 8th. We go to the top of the 9th. We got Aaron, Thomas, and Adcock. And they get some insurance here for Mr. McMahon here. Here's the pitch to Hank. And that's a swing and a miss. That's his second strikeout of the game, folks. Aaron goes down for the 4th time. Brings up Frank Thomas. Frank's 1 for 3 with a double. And that's a ground ball down the first. Bill White is up with it. No, I'm sorry. That's a ground ball back to the mound. Miller's up with it. Throws over the first for out number 2. Up to Joe Adcock here to try to keep this inning going and get the Braves some insurance. And that's not going to happen, folks, because that's a fly ball in the left field. Stan goes into the gap, camps under it, and the Braves go 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom of the 9th. We got Boyer, Musial, and Flood due up here in the 9th. Here's the pitch to Ken Boyer. And that's going to be a base on balls, not what you want here with a 1-run lead in the 9th. Brings up Stan the man. Can they get him to hit a ground ball in turn 2 here? And that ball is hit down the first. And Adcock's only play is to throw it over to Don covering. So Boyer gets in the scoring position, folks, with 1 out. Tying run down at second for Kurt Flood. He's 1 for 1 with a single. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. And not deep enough to get Boyer over to third. As Aaron fires it in, they don't want to test his arm with Boyer already being in scoring position. And that brings up Sawalski here. Carl was 0 for 3. He struck out, flew out the right, and grounded out the third. Can Don get the last out of this game, folks? Yes, he can. That ball's hit down the short. McMillan's up with it. Fires over to first. And the Braves win a close one, folks, 3-2. Let's take a look at the score card here. The box score rather than the scorecard. And the Braves got out hit, but they got what the most important stat, and that's the runs. 3 runs on 4 hits in an error. And the Cardinals, like I say, out hit them 2 runs on 6 hits in an error. But the 2 big home runs by Matthews and Bowen is what propelled the Braves. Braves only left 3 on. Everybody really stands out here for the Cardinals. I mean, Don had a double. You had Musial and Boyer with the 2 RBIs. Lou Burdette goes 7 innings, gives up the 6 hits, 2 runs, only 1 of them earned, struck out 4. And Don comes in and gets a 2-inning save, folks, walks 1 and strikes out 1. Sadecki, 7 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, walked 1, struck out 5, gave up a home run. And Miller comes in and gives up that home run to Frank Bowen and takes the loss. 2 innings, 1 hit, 1 run, struck out 1. Let's do some fast play here in the National League. We got the Chicago Cubs traveling to Cincinnati to take on the Reds. Joey J on the mound here for the Reds, going for his 10th win. And the Cubs beat the Reds. The Cubs 8 runs on 9 hits and 1 error. The Reds and 6 runs on 14 hits and no errors. And we got the Phillies traveling out to LA to take on the Dodgers. We got the left hand of God pitching, Sandy Koufax, going for his 10th win also. And Koufax gets it. Phillies 3 runs on 5 hits and 2 errors. The Dodgers 7 runs on 8 hits and 1 error. And the last game here on the 15th is the Pirates traveling out to San Francisco to take on the Giants. Mike McCormick going for his 10th win. See if he can get his 10th. And he does. The Pirates 2 runs on 7 hits and no errors. The Giants 4 runs on 10 hits and an error. Take a look at the standings here, folks. After July 15th. And you got the Milwaukee Braves 2 games up on the Giants. Cardinals are 7.5 games back. The Reds are 8.5 games back. The Cubs 11. LA Dodgers 11.5. And you got the 2 Pennsylvania teams holding the league up. Pittsburgh Pirates are 15 games back. And the poor Phils are 24 games back, folks. I want to thank you all for tuning in and watching the game today. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell so you know what's going on here on the channel. And on your way out of St. Louis, hit that like button and leave a comment. Until next time, you all have a great day and take care.